Record. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barre. My name is Claire. I'm going to read our waiver, and then we can go ahead and get started. So in order to make these classes as freely accessible as possible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or class that involves laying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. And with that, we can go ahead and get started. As I said, for today's class, you just need some room to move, a mat or carpeted area. For our bar section, you can use some light hand weights during that, so 1 to 3 pounds, or household objects that are around that. I'm using my chickpeas, so anything like that will work. And we can go ahead and get started. You can click play on that playlist if you want. Meet me with feet shoulder distance apart, slight bend in those legs. We're going to start by rolling out our shoulders, incorporating a slight plie into that movement as we do so. Just getting ourselves woken up this morning. I definitely needed it. We can also now incorporate a little bit more by rounding our arms over our head, a nice big scoop of our arms over our heads. And to add on, we can now bend over and up. So bending down, brushing our arms past our feet and coming up. And for a final option, if you want to fully wake up that body, when you come up, just come up into releve and down. So we're coming up and down, using that core to hold us up and lower us down. It's a little bit of a balance challenge. We have 2. Last one. Now we're just going to switch directions. So going backwards now, we can start by rolling those shoulders, getting a little accustomed with this. And then once we're used to this, we can add in that scoop up. So we're scooping down and up now. So just switching directions, bending those legs, we can add in that releve. Down and up, feeling that heart rate raise. Whew. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everyone. Getting our heart rate a little bit more woken up. We're going to start with a little bit of a standing march option for some high knees. So we're just going to start by touching our legs above our body. Now you can stay here. You can go double time, or you can join me for a little bit of a cardio boost, a little higher impact option of high knees for 20 seconds. So just choose whatever option you want. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Feeling that heart rate raise a little bit more. We're now going to start incorporating our muscles a little bit more, getting some nice muscle recruitment in our legs. Come to the end of your mat or the end of your area. We're going to do a little squat walk. So keep getting your feet shoulder distance apart, toes facing forward. You're going to shoot those hips back, keeping those knees above those ankles, not going in front of those toes, with a nice proud chest. And once we're comfortable in this position, we're going to step our feet together to the side for 3 steps and then come up. So we're going down to squat, step, 2, 3, and straighten. So we're just staying down when we're in this squat position, feeling those muscles work as we keep that form, and then coming up. Whew. It's a very funny little walk, but gets our muscles nice and fired up this morning. We have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Just getting our legs a little woken up. We're now going to go into our ballet position. So starting off in first position, this means our heels are touching or almost touching, a nice soft V shape. We're going to bring our arms out to the side and shoot our leg out into a nice wide second position. Now our feet are more than shoulder distance apart, toes facing out. We can go into that grand plie. And we're going to now shift our weight when we come back up onto our inside foot into a nice tantu position. So our outside leg is pointed and we can stretch over our body. So we're going out and over, repeating on the same side for 10, down, 8, 9, ooh, can't count, 8, 7, ooh, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to stay down here. We're going to repeat that, but first we're just going to get our legs a little bit more woken up by pulsing down in this second position, grand plie, bringing our arms below our body, in front of our body, above our head, and down. We're doing 3 of these arms just to distract us as we do these tiny little pulses. Whew. 1 more. Looking in front of us, down, and below. Good. And we're just going to switch our legs now and repeat that on the other side. So we're now going to shift our weight to the opposite leg. For me, that's my right leg. Left leg tongue out. Stretch our arm above us and then come down. So we're going 10, down, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and we're going to stay down, and we're just going to do that pulsing again, this time just reversing our arms, so bringing them above our head, in front of us, and below our head. We're doing 3, so above, nice pretty ballet arms to distract ourselves from the pulsing. We have 1 more, above our head, in front, and below. Good job. Straighten those legs, turn those toes so they're facing forward. We're going to stretch out those hamstrings a bit. So bring your arms above our head, shooting those hips back, and bring our hands in between our legs, feeling that nice stretch on the back of our legs. And we're going to bend those legs for a nice deep grand plie, and then straighten back up if you can, touching those fingers to the ground, whether that be your carpet or your mat, keeping that gaze between your legs. Nice dynamic stretch here. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. All right. Coming to the end of our mat or carpet, we're going to bring our hands above our head, shoot them down with a flat back until we have to curve it, letting our fingers touch those toes, doing that stretch again. And now we're going to walk our fingers out into a nice plank position. So for our plank, to set this up, you want a nice long flat body, drawing a straight line from your shoulders to those wrists, fingers nice and spread out, core engaged, legs energized, the whole shabam. And then we're going to shift those hips back and go into our downward dog. Feeling those legs pedal. Good. Coming back down to our plank position, we're going to do a little bit more of a dynamic stretch and muscle activation. So instead of going into that full downward dog, you're going to shift your hips back, bending those legs, almost like you're about to do a donkey kick, and then shift back into that plank position. So you're shifting that leg, bending those legs, and then coming forward back into that plank position, keeping that core nice and activated. Good. We have 4 more. I love this stretch. Feels so good in the morning. This is 3. We have 2. We have 1 more. Good. And to finish up this warm up with a little bit of a cardio boost, you're going to bring your knee to opposite elbow across your body in that plank position and come out. First, starting slow, walking it, and you can stay with this option, or you can join me with 10 seconds of double time. So choose whatever option you want to finish up this warm up strong. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. We're going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower those knees, shoot those hips back into child's pose. Take a minute, regain your breath. That finishes up our warm up. Good. We're now going to go into our arm section. We do a little bit of a push-up combination before we go into our standing arms. We're doing push-ups and pulses and then some side push-ups. So if you want, grab a quick sip of water before you meet me back on your mat, where we can all get set up to our plank / push-up position. So for our push-ups, we're gonna be doing a combination, 3 push-ups, 3-second pulse, choosing whatever option you want. We're doing 5 on one side, then some other movement to break it up, and then we'll do 5 on the other side. So your options for this, you can have your knees on the ground / mat, still having that straight line from your shoulders to your wrist, fingers nice and spread out, or you can come up on your toes. It's whatever option you want. We're going 3, shooting our arms out to the side, 2 and 1, and then we're staying down in that lower range and pulsing for 3, 2, 1. So choosing whatever option you want. We're doing 5 on this side, and then we're gonna repeat on the other, so 10 in total. Choosing your option, we're starting in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So we're going down, up 1, down, up 2, down, up 3, pulse, 2, 3. I'm dropping my knees. That's a little too difficult for me to do it on my toes. So we're going down, this is 2. We're going down 3, and next one we're pulsing 3, 2, 1. That's 2, down, up 1, down, up 2, down, up 3. We're staying down and pulsing 3, 2, 1. Straighten. That's 3. Whew. This is our third, and we're staying and pulsing 3, 2, 1. That was 4. This is our last one before we get a break. 1, 2, 3. Staying down. We're pulsing for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Take a minute. Give those arms a rest. We're going to repeat that on the other side, but first we're going to target each individual arm a little bit more. So laying on your side, you're going to have your bottom arm. So for me, that's my left arm. Doesn't matter which one you choose, just repeat it on the other side with the opposite arm. You're going to wrap that bottom arm around your body like so, stacking your legs on top of each other. You're going to take that top arm and plant it right by your shoulder, fingers nice and spread out. We're going to be using this arm to lift up our upper body like so. So we're lifting and lowering down slowly. We're doing 10. So it's a nice slow movement to really target that right arm. Joining me now, we're starting in 3, 2, and 1. So we're going up, slow, lower down, that's 1. So nice intentional movement here. We're not dropping, not using momentum. We're just using that muscle to slowly lower us up and down. That was 4. Whew, feeling that burn. This is 5. This is 6. I'm gonna be feeling this tomorrow. I don't know about you guys. 7. This is 8. 2 more. 9. And 10. Good job. Take a minute, rest on the ground. Now we're gonna flip to the other side. We're doing that push-up combination again. So 5 full with those pulses, and then we're gonna target our opposite arm. So take a minute, let your arms rest. This is a challenging combination. I'm certainly feeling it. So great work for joining me in this. We're gonna come into that push-up position. Maybe keeping in mind your arms might be a bit more fatigued right now if they aren't already. So choosing whatever option you want. I will have my knees on the ground. If you wanna have your weight on your toes, totally up to you. We're starting with those 5 push-ups with the pulses in 3, 2, 1. So we're going down and up. That's 2. This is 3. And then we're pulsing for 3, 2, 1. So that was 1. We're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, pulse 3, 2, 1, and up, down, up, down, up, down, up, pulse 3, 2, 1. So this is our 4th set. Down and up, down, up, down, and up. Pulse 3, 2, 1. We have 1 more. Good job, guys. We have 3, 2, and 1. And then we're pulsing for 3, 2, 1. Good job. That is a super challenging set. So great job. If you want to shake out those arms for a second, we have 1 more push-up, and then we're done with these, I swear. So coming onto your other side, you're going to wrap that bottom arm around your body. So for me, that's my right arm, whatever arm you didn't do before. And taking that top arm, planting it by your shoulder. We're using that to lift us for 10 to finish up this push-up section strong. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. So we're lifting up and lower. That's 1. Using your body weight as a source of weight. It's a great no weight arm workout if you don't have any weights at home. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Whip those legs in front of you. Maybe sit on your knees. That finishes our push-up portion. Let's stretch out our wrists really quickly. So just starting by rolling them out. I like to say like we're Wanda from WandaVision about to do some spells. And then we can flip them so they're facing in towards the mat, putting that weight in them to stretch them out. Whew. Alrighty. We're gonna go into our standing arms portion now. You can grab those light hand weights if you have them, or a sip of water with me. I'm gonna grab that really quickly. And now we'll go into our standing section. So these light hand weights are around 1 to 3 pounds. If you don't have them, no worries. This will still be a great arm workout without any weights. So bringing those feet shoulder distance apart, slight bend in those legs, making sure we're never locking them. We're just gonna be bringing those arms right out to our side, palms facing down. We're just gonna do a 90-degree bend, curl in, and then out. So we're keeping those arms lifted, slow curls in and out. This is just getting our arms a little bit used to holding these weights, keeping them lifted. I like to pose this challenge to the start of a lot of my arms workouts. If you want, my challenge for you this morning is to keep your arms lifted throughout this entire arm section. It is just a challenge. If that's not what you're feeling, if that's not what your body is feeling today, no worries, drop those arms, shake them out. But if you're looking for a challenge during this arm section, keep them lifted. I might need to shake them out. We'll see if my body is saying that is a challenge I can complete today. Good, we have 4, out, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keeping those arms out to our sides, we're now just gonna flip our palms facing up and down. So tiny flips, almost like we're making a small little semicircle with those arms, seeing the shoulders start to burn, keeping those arms lifted. This is a killer workout even without the weights, so the weights just make it even more difficult. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We're now going to curl those arms in, so a nice 90-degree bend. And we're going to do what I like to call robot arms. So with that 90-degree bend, you're going to do a chest press out straight in front of you. And then like a robot, you're going to flip those arms with a 90-degree bend facing in front of you and do a shoulder press. So we're rotating in front, flipping up and over. Good. I always like to say, you know, this is barre and it's mainly inspired by ballet, but we can have some other influences. This is some like, not hip hop really, but it's breakdancing, like the weirdest form of breakdancing ever. Breakdancing inspired, I'll say. Good, we have 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good. We're now going to keep those arms bent 90 degrees and work on that chest a little bit more with some goalpost arms. So we're now going to curl in and out, feeling that in our chest now, keeping that 90-degree bend. I am feeling that in our chest after all those push-ups. Whew. Good. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We're now going to curl those arms in. This is super tough, so if you need to shake out those arms, no worries. We're doing tiny shoulder presses up. Whew, this one always, I am feeling that burn, but lean into it if your body is willing. You know, the burn is good. It means that we are working our muscles, we are challenging ourselves, but if it hurts too much, always take out those arms. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower those arms. Give them a second. That was our challenge to keep them lifted. We're now going to keep our arms at our sides and work on our biceps a bit more. So we're going to curve out to the side, curl in, and then curve to the front. So we're going out to the side, nice intentional bicep curls here, keeping that slight bend in those legs. Good. That little combo is killer. So using this is not just work, but also a little rest on your shoulders and chest. Good. We have 8. We have 7. We have 6. This is 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Good. We're now going to bring those arms out in front of us and work our back and our triceps a bit. So we're leaning forward, hinging forward around 45 degrees with a nice flat back. We're going to start with a nice tricep position or progression. So we're bringing those elbows to our sides, glued like they're glued, and we're going to extend out and curl in like we're a skier about to go down a slope. Feeling that nice extension right here in our triceps on the back of our hands, our arms, not hands. Whew. Good. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're now going to keep those arms out and pulse up. We're pulsing for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping those arms out, we're now going to clap in. So tiny claps for ourselves. We're doing such great work bringing those weights together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now going to combine those. So pulse up and clap, up and clap. Oh, feeling that burn in those triceps. We were working them hard, maybe getting that sweat going. Good. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We're now going to keep that position, but if you need to shake up those arms, we're now just going to finish by targeting our back and our delts a little bit by doing some flies and some rows. So we're going to start by facing those palms so they're facing in towards us and rowing out 90 degrees and out. So we're going nice rows between those shoulder blades, squeeze in front of us, keeping that gaze fixed 3 to 4 feet in front of you. I'll give you a side view as well. Good. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To finish up this arms workout, one of the most challenging, in my opinion, for me, you're going to do a slight curve in those arms, and we're opening up for flies for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. You can drop those light hand weights. We're going to stretch out our arms. That finishes up our arm section, which is pretty challenging. So great work, guys. Let's bring that arm in front of us, our right arm grabbing in front of or behind that elbow, but not on the joint, keeping that slight bend in those legs. If you want, you can sway from side to side, keeping your legs moving or step. If you're listening to music, you can jam out to the song. Bring that right arm behind you now, letting those fingers walk down your spine. And then bringing it out in front of us with that palm facing away from you, pulling slightly on those fingers. Good. And then we're just going to repeat that all on the other side. So bringing that left arm in front of you, grabbing in front of or behind that elbow, shifting that weight, slight bend in that knee, just not locking our ankle, or not our ankles, our knees. Sometimes my morning fog brain drips into this class, so I'm sorry about that. Bringing that left arm behind you, letting those fingers walk down. I mean, some of our instructors teach at like 7 a.m. and I'm always in awe of them. I feel like I have no capability of speaking that early in the morning. Bringing your left arm in front of you, pulling those fingers. I couldn't do much earlier than this, or you'd just be getting very weird morning thoughts with me, which I feel like would be even more rambly than my normal thoughts. Alrighty, so we're now going to shift into our bar section. So you can grab that chair, desk, table, anything that's around chest height. We're going to be doing a combination, repeating it on both sides. So we're going to start with a plie combination. We'll start in first on this side, and then we'll go to second on the other. So you can have both your hands on the bar, or you can have one. I'm going to do one for now, just so you can see my form. So you're going to come into first position, those heels touching or almost touching, and we're going to come up into releve and bring those heels together for a nice classic little butterfly first position plie section that really just gets those glutes, those thighs all targeted. So we're going to start by plieing down and coming up. You can bring your arm above your head if it's not too fatigued from that arm section. So I like to pretend that my legs are a zipper. And when I come down, I'm unzipping my legs. And when I come up, I'm zipping them up together, feeling those thighs squeeze at the top and then down. Really lengthening those muscles when you come up. So you straighten up. Good. Maybe already feeling it a bit in those legs. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're now going to stay down. Many of you might be guessing what's coming. We're going halfway up, all the way down. So we're working in that mid-range now. Maybe those muscles are starting to shake. Just means they're working. They're not used to staying in this position for a while. You can keep that arm above your head. You can drop it below if it's getting a little tired. Working in that mid-range, we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying down, we're now going to butterfly flap those legs in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulse down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten those legs. We're doing 8 full again, so we're going down and up, down. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. That's a pretty killer little section, and it doesn't give you enough time to think about all the burning that's happening, but great work, everyone. We're now going to face into our bar to target our glutes, our thighs, our calves a little bit more, all of our legs with some lunges. So we're going to bring our right leg behind us, hips square towards the bar. You can have your arms on your hips. You can have them on the bar. Either way, when you come down, you want a nice 90-degree bend in each of those legs, hips square towards the bar. I always like to say, picture there's spotlights on those hips, and they're fixed on the bar. So we're going to go all the way down, bringing that knee as close to the ground as we can, and straightening. Feeling that lift in our lower glute, upper thigh as we come down and up. Good. Good. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're now going to stay down and target that right calf a little bit. While also working our legs, we're going to lift that left heel up into releve and then lower down. So we're lifting up into releve, staying the rest of our body very stationary. Keeping those hips square, feeling that burn in those thighs. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to stay down and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten those legs. We're doing 8 full again. We're going down and up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. We're going to keep that right leg behind us and work on those glutes a little bit more with some arabesque. So keeping that left leg slightly bent, scoot yourself a little bit farther away from the bar. We're going to be leaning forward for this, so making sure you have enough room to do so. So pointing that right leg behind you, knee facing towards the bar, hips square. We're going to do a back arabesque kick while leaning forward. So we're going out and coming forward. So instead of keeping that upper body lifted, we're going to be tilting down with our leg and straighten. So using that stationary leg to lift yourself back up. So really incorporating those glute muscles. While we're leaning forward, our back is still flat and straight. Good. Whew, feeling that deep muscle recruitment. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're now going to keep our leg lifted, and you can tilt a little bit away from the bar if you want and point that right arm out in front of you. And we're just doing tiny little lifts. So we're just in this arabesque position. Left leg is slightly bent. Our upper body is now lifted. We're doing those tiny pulses, keeping those hips square. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping that leg lifted, we're now doing tiny circles with that leg, pointed toe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching directions for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower that leg. Take a minute. Regain your breath. We're going to turn back into the bar for one more little movement to target the outside of that glute. So legs slightly bent. We're now going to bend our leg with a nice 90-degree bend. And we're going to kick out to the side and lower like we are dogs peeing on a fire hydrant. We're doing that nice lift, feeling that on the outside of our glutes. Good. Also feeling that on that standing leg. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're staying lifted and pulsing up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower those legs. Great. That is our whole combination. We're now just going to repeat that all on the other side. So I'm going to switch my chair so I can keep facing you guys. The only thing that is changing is instead of doing this first position plies, we're now just doing second position plies, just to target a little bit of different muscles and change things up a bit. So you can either have both hands on the bar or one hand. You're going to have those feet a little bit more than shoulder distance apart. You have the option, if this is too much on your heels and ankles, to keep your legs lower and just do normal grand plies like so. However, if you're looking for that added option, you can join me in raising your legs up into releve. And we're just going to plie down and up. And you can keep that arm above your head if it is not too fatigued. So we're keeping that same positioning that we talked about in our warm-up. A nice neutral spine, shooting those knees out to the side. Even though our legs aren't together, we can still picture that zipper as they come up. So we're going down and zipping those thighs, activating them up. This is a great workout for those inner thighs. So definitely zip them up as you straighten and down. Good. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're now staying down and going halfway up, all the way down. That mid-range again, maybe those legs are back to shaking. Mine certainly are. If you want, you can drop that hand below you, out to the side, or above your head. Whew, feeling that shake, that burn. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now instead of those butterfly flaps, we're just gonna lower our heels and lift. Lower and lift. Our upper body is still really staying at the same height. We're just lifting and lowering those heels for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep them lifted. We're now pulsing down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten those legs. We're doing 8 full for 8. Straighten. 7, 6. So picturing that zipper. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good job. Whew, regain your breath. Lower those heels. We're now going into that lunge series. So placing both hands on the bar or in your hips, whatever you're feeling, you're gonna shoot that opposite leg out. So for me, that's my left leg. Keeping those hips square, we're doing that nice 90-degree bend and straighten. Really feeling that right here in our lower glute, upper thigh, or hamstring. Sometimes, like I said, brain fog in the morning. Good. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're now staying down in that lower position and working that front calf a little bit, as well as your legs, lifting that right heel and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Whew. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying down. We're now pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten those legs. We're doing 8 full. Ooh, my back leg is shaking. That just means those muscles are working. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. We're now shifting that weight to our front leg, scooting out a bit so we can do that tilt forward. We're now going to target those legs with that arabesque. So both hands on the bar, pointing that left leg out, knee facing towards the chair, right leg slightly bent. We're going to arabesque, tilt down and lower. So we're really using that standing leg to move our body. So we're leaning forward and then using that upper hamstring, lower glute to lift ourselves back up. It's one long movement. So our front hinges forward just as our leg lowers. Good. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're now going to keep that leg tilted and tilt slightly out if you can, bringing that left arm right in front of you. We're doing tiny pulses up. Good. We have 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now doing those tiny circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching directions for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We're tilting back in to finish off this standing leg section with those fire hydrants. So we're bringing that left leg bent in, 90-degree bend. We're taking out and in, so working that outside glute now. Oh, good job, guys. This is challenging. I'm feeling that sweat. Hope you are too. challenging yourself this morning, also having fun, getting down with the music, the rhythm, the movement. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay lifted. We're pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. You can take that bar, bench, whatever away. If you want, join me in grabbing a quick sip of water. We now have our core and cool down left. So checking our time, we're looking good. We're gonna come down and start by laying flat on our back. This core workout not only works our core and abdominals, also our legs a little bit, as well as our back. It's really a full body, great way to finish the class. All right, so we're coming down and we're gonna rest our hands or our forehead on our hands like so. And we're gonna keep our forehead and hands glued to the ground. And we're just gonna lift our right leg and lower it, and then left and lower. So we're just doing tiny little kicks, feeling that in our legs. Good. Just getting a little bit more workout in those legs before we move on to our core. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now those legs are glued to the ground, and keeping that forehead glued to those hands, you're just going to keep that gaze fixed to the ground. You're just going to lift that trunk and lower it down. So we're lifting up and lower, feeling that in our trunk, our back, our glutes a little bit, keeping those legs glued. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying lifted, we're now going to draw those arms out in front of us and squeeze back, feeling those shoulder blades squeeze. So we're going in front and behind. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now for a quick little abdominal section, we're going to flip onto our back for a C curve position. So planting those feet in front of you like so, we're bringing our arms out and we're going to shift our weight slightly back. So our tailbone is slightly tucked under, our core is engaged. And we're going to open to the side and come straight, out to the side and straight. So this is working our obliques as well as our core. Good, we have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're now keeping ourselves down and we're just pulsing down and up, tiny pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying down, we're going to target those obliques a bit more with some Russian twists. So you have an option. You can keep your legs glued to the ground, or you can lift them up. You're bringing your arms clasped together like so to your sides. Choosing whatever option you want. We're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower those feet. We're gonna finish up this core workout strong. So coming down onto your back, we're gonna start by doing a nice full body extension. So bring those shoulders up off the ground, hug your knees in towards your stomach. We're keeping our shoulders and neck lifted. If this is too much on your neck, you can always lower your upper body down and just do it with your legs. But if you want that challenge, you can stay up. We're going to extend those legs and arms out and draw them in. So the key here is to keep that lower spine, that lower back glued to the mat as you extend out and draw yourself in. We're doing 8. That was 8. This is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just finish up this workout strong. Keep those shoulders lifted if you can. We're doing bicycles to finish this up. So you're going to straighten out your left leg and draw that right elbow to right, or left elbow to right knee, and then switch. So you can keep it at this slow pace, or you can join me in doing double time for 20 seconds to finish up this workout strong. Let's do it together. We're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. We have 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower your shoulders onto the mat or carpet. Hug those knees in. Regain your breath. That finishes up the work of today's workout. We're now going into our cool down, which is just as important, but so much more relaxing. Hugging those knees in. We're shooting that right leg out, or that left leg out, and hugging that right leg in. Rolling that right ankle to the right, and then to the left. Good. And then switching legs, so drawing that right leg out, left leg in, rolling out that ankle, and then to the opposite side. Good. Straightening out both legs, we're going to flip onto our stomach, pressing our arms by our shoulders. We're going to lift our upper body to stretch out that trunk a bit, feeling that nice stretch, maybe fixing that gaze towards the ceiling. Good. Before shifting your weight and bringing that right knee in, keeping that left knee on the ground for that nice deep lunge, leaning into it, lifting that right arm up towards the ceiling for a nice twist. Good. Before drawing it back down and shifting that weight back so that you can stretch that leg, flexing that foot. Good. Coming back to the front here, just going to switch your legs, bringing that left leg to the front, right knee on the ground, leaning into that stretch. And we can lift that left arm up towards the ceiling. Good. Before coming back down, shifting that weight and feeling that nice stretch on the back of the leg, flexing that toe. Good. Coming onto your butt, we're just going to stretch out those thighs a little bit more with a nice butterfly stretch. So planting those feet together with a nice flat back, you can butterfly or flap those wings for a little bit. I loved doing this in ballet when I was younger. Before walking those arms out in front of us, letting that back stretch, going down as deep as you can. It's not how far down you can go. It's just whatever your body is comfortable doing. We're going to walk those arms out to the right to feel that stretch in that back. Maybe breathing into where you feel that stretch to deepen it a bit. Good. Then coming back to the center and then back to the left. Once again, breathing in and exhaling where you feel that stretch. Good. Coming back to the center. One final stretch in front of you. Good. Now we'll plant those feet onto the ground, letting our upper body drape over our legs, letting it go limp, nodding your head yes, shaking your head no. One more time. Good. Before slowly rolling up, stacking each vertebra of your spine on top of each vertebra, then your shoulders, and then your neck. Let's stretch out our neck really quickly. So bring that left arm to tug slightly on that neck, feeling that slight tug there, not too severe. Then going to the other side. Good. And then finally, placing those hands behind your neck, feeling that stretch on the back before we do our final full body stretches to finish off today's class. Good. So walking those feet a little bit closer together. As always, I like to finish my class with 3 big stretches. So drawing those arms above your head and stretching to the right, feeling that nice deep stretch, thanking your body for all of the hard work it just did and yourself coming here on a Saturday, coming to the center and then out to the side, taking this positive energy into the weekend, into your week, Enjoying the weather, coming to the center with one big final stretch. Good, before bringing those hands to heart center. Thank you guys so much. That finishes today's workout. I'm going to stop the recording now.